ancient Egypt, the people had very specific style. Why both the men and women wore jewelry like necklaces, bracelets, and belts. They all wore jewelry, no matter what. So, I said that, didn't I? Okay. Their clothes were made out of a white cloth called linen. While the women wore simple sheath dresses, which are basically tubes of fabric with one or two straps, the men wore short skirts called kilts. You can't see their feet, but usually the Egyptians wouldn't wear any shoes unless they were like priests, because they usually get ruined and dirty. Their eyes were lined by a dark powder called kohl, and their lips were reddened with a powder called ochre, and they would use henna powder to darken their hair. Pharaohs would wear leopard skin cloaks over their shoulders, but these people aren't pharaohs. They're just highly important townspeople, like nobles. Well, while men did most of the work in Egypt, the women would take control of making the clothes, because you had to gather the plants, you had to gather flax plants, specifically flax plants, rip them apart, and weave the fibers into cloth. After you weave them, you would have to wash them. That was usually the men's job, because you had to go down to the Nile, then you had to put the clothes in the river, and after you put the clothes in the river, you had to scrub them. And so, while their clothes look very pretty, they would usually only wear them once or twice. Because, of course, it'd be better to make new clothes than have to wash the old ones in the river. And usually, the necklaces had a stone called lapis lazuli, which is a fine blue stone.